Bye, guys. All right, welcome, everybody. Rundown on. I'm not fooling around, Fabian. We are not fooling around anymore. Welcome to the recap show. I'm Sean Katina. Thank you for staying late with us. Traders, stay late. It is now past 4 o'clock. Let's just review, man. We're going to do sector recaps. As Neil said, we got Brian Shannon. We're really, really happy with our lineup here again today. Wow, the TAN ETF today. The solar getting hit, down 3.72%. As rates keep getting worse, man, yeah, solar going to be a problem. Enphase looking at $100 right now. ENPH. Again, we'll talk about some different stocks. 114 Enphase. See you later on that one. Once again, man, what a horrible day for the market. Thank you for staying back. Let's go discuss. Silver and oil, the only two sectors, commodities, well, they're sectors, but both commodities upside. Metals, oil, energy upside today. The XLE holding on by a little piece there coming through. This is another one. We talked about this with Michael Noss the other day. He thinks oil still has legs to the upside, but that SPY 420 hits today, so let's wait to see where that goes. Talk about SPY 420. Where is it? There it is right now, 421.70. And there's the 200 period. It's not rocket science, man. It got hit down there, bouncing off a little bit. Let's see if it holds. To me, the only thing that matters in this whole market right now, I mean, obviously the NASDAQ at 14.6, but to me, it's right here, right now. It's the SMH. It's a drop down below this 140. You break that 140, man, it goes all the way back here to May. We don't want to see that. NVIDIA's holding on. AMD, by the way, you want to talk about not holding on? AMD doesn't even put up much of a fight today, down 3%. But I say that, and I see that they are throwing some punches here late. Oops, went the wrong way on that one. As it did hold on. Let me just go into a 60-minute chart here. Does hold on to a hundy. Wow, it just holds on. So it actually does put up a puncher's fight there. Low of the day down to 99.20. I mean, I'm buying AMD down here, I think, 95 and change. I feel like that's a good buy zone for AMD. Advanced Micro Devices looks like it still wants to hit lower. Wow. Man, that 140 break on SMH is going to be something special. Here's NVIDIA as well, and welcome to everybody that's with me here right now. I'm going to log in. I actually don't even have it open. Let me log. Oops, that was yesterday's show. How do I know that? Because I don't see Neil in his Jays jersey when it loaded up. There it is. Hit the like button, guys. 94 likes. Let's see if we can't get that upside a little bit more. 95 likes, 2,200 people watching. I'll end the show right now. If we don't get over 200 likes, I will not. Empty thread, shouldn't do that. Let's pop out the chat so I can have a quick look. But thank you so much for staying late. Let's keep going, man. Yeah, shout out. Sup, chimps. Sup, everybody. We'll go live chat so I can see everybody coming through. Thank you so much for supporting the show. What was beat up today? Hey, I need to get a call from Warren because I'm going to talk about his portfolio in a minute right now. But Uncle, what is up, man? Happy 93rd birthday, I think it was about a month and a half ago, to Warren Buffett, man, collecting those dividends. But he ain't happy with the home builders. I want to know when he got out of this because I have a feeling he's out of this because we've broken a lot down. I remember Lennar, KBH, DR Horton, all these names, man, was all the rage up here. That spiked it up. It was as of his July holdings, new positions, and we all made a big deal of it. Warren Buffett getting hit right now. Interesting. Hello, Warren? He always hangs up after 2 rings. You guys notice that? I wanted to ask him if he was out. So he probably can't disclose live on this show, but maybe he will at some point. Warren there. I'll see him on Canadian Thanksgiving. Anyways, come to the house, which he will not, of course. We are all just joking about this. Would love to have, you know that you can buy, Warren does this actually. I think it's yearly. It might be semi-yearly as well. For charity, you can have lunch with Warren Buffett. And that would be an amazing, amazing experience. I think it's between 100, a Warren Buffet. Yeah, that's a good one. These guys beside me are too much, man. Ramin and Fabian, the dynamic duo. I just got to figure out who's Batman and who's Robin over there as it goes. I don't know. I think you always want to be Batman, right? But anyways, XHB getting hit today. FXI, there was news today about more sanctions coming through for China, I believe. Not good, man. FXI, this is big cap China names, continue to lead to the downside. The only one I care about, because I'm actually still stuck in this, is Alibaba. We're long like 120 bucks, like somewhere up here. And it's not because of this move. We were long this through COVID, through all that stuff. Alibaba, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't this a $300 name? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so not too bad memory on that one, but a $300 name for Alibaba. Wow, drop back in. I feel like we were probably defending this area here, 130, 140, but I'm pretty sure my average price now stuck in at $120. So Alibaba continues to get hit. But hey, this kind of looks like a good bottom too, doesn't it? Traders right now, what is Alibaba's? What? They have no, that's their cash on hand, $80 billion? Okay, maybe we need to buy some more Alibaba if indeed that is true. Remember, the reason why I'm infatuated now with companies that have big cash on hand is because you can get a line item now for interest. You could have always done this, but what about interest on your cash, right? Like if you're going to be getting 80 billion, you're going to get 4 to 5% on that every year. So quarterly, that's going to be a nice number coming through for them. I don't know what they're doing with cash. It's probably not parked in a T-bill, but either way, man, nice number there on the cash side of things for Alibaba. Wow. Short float only 1.76%. What's up, Ponzi Fonzie? I see you here in the chat. SMH, of course, down 2.5%. And the name that everybody's worried about here, this is a weekly look at the NASDAQ. The reason why I want to look at it from a weekly, if we can go to the screen here, Ramin. I mean, you're looking like you want to break. I mean, and unfortunately, this goes, like I just said, back to May. Similar to the SMH, you lose this level. I mean, next spot is a hell of a lot lower. We could talk about this with Brian, but we've already done a lot of work with him on the NASDAQ and what's sort of been below this. I know he trades a lot of SPY, and he actually had a chart up just a couple minutes ago about all of that, so we'll talk to him about it. But there's the NASDAQ. It looks like it wants to leave May right now. And what, remember we called it, the hot NASDAQ summer? Well, it's quickly becoming cooled off fall right now as coming back in, giving everything up in the summer. I hope a lot of you were able to get out. We've been talking on the show for a while about all of this. Any other sectors sort of catching my eye right now? Regionals, I mean, XLF was a disaster today, down 1.6. Regional banks, the KRE continues to get hit. For me, it's more important about XLF. Nice downside move in XLF. I actually want to go over what the next topic I have on there, Buffett's portfolio. So let's do that ASAP. All right, here we go, man. I tweeted this out earlier. Here he is. So let's get this all figured out. Ramin brought this to the midday show as well. Maybe we can zoom in on it. Can we? I can zoom in here as well. There it is. That's me doing that. Whoa, what's out there? No, that's my guy Gergavan. He's the guy that put that out. So shout out to this guy in Toronto. Tons of followers, lots of great information. Here it is. Apple, 51% of his portfolio currently. That's never going to change. I feel like that's going to get bigger. We'll talk to Warren over Thanksgiving. Bank of America. This is one that's very, very interesting to me. Look at BAC. Alert, 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 man. Wait, what do you want to test out? Do something now, Ramin. We can test that out. But there's the break. Like, what's up with that? At some point, you're going to have to get your portfolio in check because Bank of America right now taking down year lows. This goes all the way back. I mean, where's January? Here's January right here. This is January 3250, right? What a disaster it's been for some of these banks here. Not really JP Morgan. JP Morgan's trying to hold high. Let's check out what Goldman's doing right now as well. Yeah, disaster strikes in Goldman as well. Looking to go lower here. I thought with this recent IPO sort of surge that we would have had a retracement back to potentially sort of recent highs in Goldman Sachs. We did have a nice move, but you've seen failures now in both ARM, well below. Yeah, well, not well below, but still below its IPO level there in ARM. You've seen, what was the other one? Instacart. 42 bucks was its high. It's not getting back there. I apologize for the charts, but this is the way they look here. Probably better look at a 15-minute chart. A lot of these IPOs continue to go to the downside. All right, let's go back out and check out what else is in his portfolio right now. So that's Bank of America, Apple, AXP. AXP to me is a little bit interesting because of valuation again, coming back in. And now again, on here, I don't have actually it should have its current PE on here. I'm always looking for it and I can never find it. Where's its PE? Again, I don't have it on here, but again, earnings per share, 289. I actually like American Express down here, down a little bit, and look at the levels. American Express, Warren, man, your portfolio's getting hit. Oh, you found it. There it is. It's Hydration Nation. Shout out to all the members there for Hydration Nation. Thank you for that. As we're running out a little bit. I thought we had PE on here. I probably do have it. We'll find it. What is the PE, everybody out there? Maybe you can help me out. Actually, I can probably find it on Benzinga as well. PE for AXP. That seems to be getting pretty low right there. Okay, Uncle Warren, what's next? Hey, hey, there, that's better. Keep it like this. Okay, American Express, Coke. Everything's getting hit, but Chevron's a good play. Occidental's a good play. 4% of his portfolio. Watch out. Remember, he has an ability to buy more shares there of Occidental, so we can find out for that. Kraft Heinz, nothing interesting there. Everything else, which includes those home builders, whole portfolio. Look at this, just to recap, 5-year performance, Buffett 60%. I'll take that all day, but he's not really outpacing the S&P too much. Look, 11 basis points is big, right? 49 to 60, that's big. Over time, that's huge. But he is 93 and still outperforming you. Let's not get that too twisted, man. He has a team behind him. But yeah, Warren Buffett again, I don't know, lost his ways in some aspects, but again, what a great investor there. We can all learn from him. But when there's blood in the streets, we say buy more. Maybe he's in there buying more of AXP. The other name was Coke. And again, another dividend play there in Coke. Did anyone get me what the PE was there? AXP right there, 15. Thank you so much, guys. Look, man, asking you, we get it. Does that seem low? I think it does, man. I have Y charts for historical PEs, historical PE. I'll get that for you in just a second. On the S&P 500, it's historical PE as well coming into play. Here's Y charts right now. On the S&P, 23 right now. So that's quite high on the S&P. 5 years, where have we been on all of this? You can see obviously down there, low 19, upside right there. Here we go. I wanted to check out actually AXP to see what their historicals. Yeah, so that's price for performance right now. I'll find out what its historical is right now. But again, AXP nicely down low for them. So we'll have a look at that. All right, man, let's go. What do we have next? Coming up, man, we have Brian Shannon coming through. It's about that time. We're just going to get his all wrapped up and ready to go. A big shout out to my man, and that is, of course, Bears versus Bulls. I'm going to get those super chats going on right now. Egg Company. What was that that you just messaged me there? Bears versus Bulls. Let's take a look. Is anything moving here in aftermarket here? Femi again, a nice little runner. Those of you looking at Femi again, that goes up and down today, down 40%. A move to the downside here in the aftermarket. I'm not seeing too much else. There's that KGC we just talked. Oh, no, that's Kinross. Sorry, that's not Kraft Heinz. KHC. They're not really moving around as well. Ooh, we get Jenny here with a nice little mover. Nice move to the upside here. Genius Sports up to 517 and moving around. So not much. Calm down. Earnings flash there for Cal-Maine Foods. Huge move to the downside right now for Cal-Maine Foods there on an earnings, I guess a miss. Yeah, there it is. Coming back in. May get a bump off this, but we're already broken below its daily resistance levels there on CALM, man. That's calm. A big thank you to everybody today who super chatted us. And here it comes right now. If it loads up. Having a hard time loading this super chat page, Bears versus Bulls, but here it is right here. I'll do this anyways. Nita Stong, thank you so much. Samuel Martin, Adrian, and Kifran, thank you so much. But yeah, what a busy day it's been here today for everybody, including us on the show. It's been a crazy one. Once we're ready to go, we will have Brian coming up very soon. Today, let's go. The sticky note was littered with some trade ideas. What did we like today? We had a monster trade on Airbnb. Why did we like that again? We talked about it, new regulation, 131 short on Airbnb. Look what happened, ABNB. And we can review this later on, but let me just go show you what our trade looked like today on Airbnb. So, I mean, thank God we got a $5 cover at the end of the day. That was a good one, but still not happy because we got stopped out at 75% of our position. So it came back up. We took this on VWAP right there. So it's a good thing we have Brian coming through because we took that trade on VWAP. Then we got stopped out when it broke 50 cents higher. And again, this just goes by with lack of conviction in the name. I don't trade Airbnb that much. So when it started to go back up, I was like, uh-oh, we dinged the bottom there at 131. We like the break right there, break down on the daily level, but sometimes you ding the bottom and you can hold it all the way back, and we didn't want to do that. But now let's zoom back out. Man, to just have not gotten stopped out there for 50 cents, that's $5 there at the end of the day. But we held 20 to 25%, so it was all good, but what a difference a day could have made there if we would have held that all the way to the bottom. And guess what? We got out on a 21 period break as VWAP still remained pretty high upside there. But Airbnb, I no longer really like this name. You saw some hits today in CCL, in the cruise lines. Like CCL just a couple days ago, man, was 1550 or so, right into there, yeah, on that report. Remember they reported at 8:30 or 9, came in, huge move to the upside, came right back into resistance, and then fell back in to 1270. I'm just gonna take a sip right now. Let me know when we're ready, but I'm gonna do something that we don't do too often. Let's go. It's compare your profits. It's gonna be breaking news right now. All right, top traders today. This is yesterday's top traders, and it's actually not big numbers here for Day Trade the World. So I don't know, man. 5 grand was our top guy yesterday, 5,800 bucks, not huge. 55, I think today's gonna be monstrous, so we'll double check these numbers tomorrow. It looks like we all kind of, the last two, see, that's an error. The last two are always, or it looks like the last 3, are markets that we don't normally highlight. So Madrid and Turkey, we had a trader because, you know, we do have over 60 markets worldwide here. So again, Madrid and Turkey won $1,000 bucks, BOVESPA and pink sheets. But again, the average trader yesterday looks like we had a bunch in the 5 grand mark. So not a big day yesterday for many traders here again. But there it is right now. Thank you. Palantir aftermarket, don't even tell me anything's happening to Palantir. Ooh. Is there news? That's a nice move there for Sir Palantir. Nice bump up there. Do we have someone that's maybe taking a stake here in PLTR? You know what, guys? If anybody was watching, I mean, what name did I talk about at 355? You'll get a shout out. I said there was a possible swing trade for a name that I called out at 355. I don't see any news right here on Palantir. But you guys know, those of you that were watching, and it's all 100% for free, man. I'm on the air from 8:30 to 11, back on from 2 to 4, and then with the real traders here now at night. Nighttime, it's 4 o'clock. But I said I thought Palantir, off this huge weakness today, had a chance to regain some of this tomorrow. If you guys took that, I'd get out right now, man. Palantir with a nice move up here. Give yourself 4%. We called this as a swing trade. There it is right there, man. You guys know what we're talking about. You guys know what was good right there, man. We talked about that. Thank you so much. We said, let's buy some Palantir. Are we ready yet, Fabian? Almost ready. Okay, so Brian Shannon in the wings right now to come out, talk all about that. But I don't see anything on Palantir, so that is good, man. Thank you so much again for the love on that one. I don't know how we called that. Feels like there's news there. I don't see anything on Benzinga, but there has to be some news here today on PLTR. So, okay, my big play for tomorrow, and we did talk about it. We do have Brian coming up in a second. I think those of you saying that I talked about Tilray yesterday, I did. That was in anticipation of earnings coming tomorrow pre-market. I think If you want to, why not put a bid down here, $1.60, $1.50 on Tilray? Because I do feel like there is a good opportunity that you could flush into that earnings report tomorrow. Let me just double check that we do have TLRY tomorrow morning. There it is, October 4th pre-market. And if today's October 3rd, then we've got it tomorrow. Hey, it's Trader Talk. Let's go. It's Mr. Brian Shannon. Thank you so much. I love the color of your shirt. As we go on, it was a crazy day today, man. Down that 2%. I saw you tweeting up a storm a little bit on your SPY. What a crazy day that was. I hope your trading was a short one on the short side. Any bottoms you caught? There was a little rally at the end there.
No, I didn't trade for on the long side. I had a long coming in today, which went against me by $1.32.
Yep.
That was a tough way to start the day, but fortunately, some shorts that I have, such as SYK and SWKS, made up for that. And then just pretty aggressive in the Qs really is where I was involved today. So we're getting into that important area that we've been talking about. Sean, last week we spoke about it.
Yep.
And there are those 4 reasons that I've been talking about: this prior resistance. This is the SPY, by the way, of course. The 2022 low to the 2023 high. This is a 38.2% retracement at 417. We've got the 200-day moving average right at about 420 and the year-to-date anchor in there. So maybe we're going to start to get a little bit of relief in here, but so far, you look at the shorter term time frame, there's zero evidence of that. Not for my preferred time frame, which is swing trades.
Brian, we have a quick question for you. Because Anchor VWAP is a relatively new thing, is it a new thing, first of all, by the way?
No, it's not.
How old? I mean, I actually read your book, but
yeah,
I
found it in 2008, really. So
okay.
it's just getting popularized.
Right now,
because of my book, because of all the talk I do about it, and people are recognizing the value of it. But what is the question though?
Yeah, so the question was, and again, traders stay late, so we got a bunch of traders watching us, over 2,000 as we speak right now. Chris was asking, because his platform, and this is why I sort of led to that, there's a lot of still charting platforms that don't provide an anchored VWAP at all. Is it possible to maybe that you change the time period as the day goes on to kind of like make up an anchored VWAP? Because if I called up a certain time period, I could say, hey, if there's only 50 ticks on my chart and I have a 50 period VWAP anchored there, that would basically be an anchored VWAP. Am I mistaken on that? Is there sort of a cheat that people could do?
Yeah, I think that the question is, and the way that I look at it is, very first thing in the morning, I'll look at a 1-minute chart.
Okay.
And then as we get some data and we start to see maybe 10, 15 bars, I'll then switch it to a 2-minute time frame.
Got it.
I keep my 2-minute time frame up there, but I generally start looking at a 5-minute time frame to really get a feel for the bigger trend of the day. And then, of course, I'll go down to the shorter term time frame. So, for instance, today in the NASDAQ, there were 2 beautiful shorts. The ones that I like is they don't really have too much to do with the daily VWAP, and I didn't get involved short there, which I kind of kicked myself for. But after this little rally right here, we don't want to short the strength, but instead to short as it gets below the VWAP from that low right there. And then again this afternoon right here. And then I covered that one on the 5-minute time frame based on it getting beyond this 5-minute peak right there. So in order, so let me just kind of back up to the question again. So if we use a 1-minute chart throughout the day, for me, it just gets too close to the action. So I'll move it to the 5-minute, after about an hour in the day.
So I just wanted, I mean, if we even had that chart up, we had your whole Q chart, and I was actually following along with it there. That trade that happened about 1 p.m. when we broke below at 356 right there. Are you taking that every time, or is that just a trade that because we were the sentiment in the market was obviously down at that point at 1 p.m. We were probably down 1.5%, maybe even more, and then you break below? Is that a trigger for you, or because I'm trigger happy, like I'll make 200 to 300 trades a day. I'm pretty sure we've discussed that, and that's a little bit too much. But when I see setups like that, that looks amazing, and I feel like that would be something that I would have liked to trade. Did that actually get you in there, or is it something you're just looking at?
No, I did. I took that one and I took this one right here. These are, and I promise I'm not saying this to promote my book, but
Yeah,
there's a
it's okay.
chapter in there. Don't short the rally,
Right,
don't short the rip, because we're just guessing in there. We don't want it, but short weakness after. And
right.
when we know that we're back below the volume weighted average price from this low right in here, that tells us, right, as we cross below it, that the average person who bought on this bounce is now losing money. That emboldens the shorts because they're now making money. So that is, to me, a high probability trade when we have a bigger breakdown on the larger time frames. So if it coincides with that, and then I'll set my stop above that high right there to start, cover a little bit, lower my stop above that little high,
Yep.
keep lowering the stop down until out over here, and never, just basic trading 101, Sean.
And we talked about basic trading today on the show as well when people ask me about trailing stops. And I said,
Mhm.
you know what? I actually don't use trailing stops. And the reason why is because you could have a dollar move down and then a little retracement of 50 cents, and then the selling pressure happens again. But if I have a 50-cent trail, then I'm going to get stopped out and I'm not going to be part of that second wave. I actually like to do what you just showed, and that is that sort of relook. And then as I'm holding on to a big winner or sometimes a loser as well, it's like,
Yep.
what levels am I concerned with? Is there an area of support or resistance that might have been created as I was currently in the position? And I would much more likely use those as stop orders. Is that something similar to what you use? It looks like it based on that sort of diagram there, that example.
Yeah. So the way I really like to look at it, Sean, is like you said, the market is always giving us new information and we've got to adjust micro analysis to that. But I figure the time frame that I get involved in, and if I look at this and I say, well, the market sold off a little bit here, maybe we get a bounce. I don't want to participate in the bounce, but it could reverse my gains.
Right.
So I use the definition of trend on that time frame that I entered. So when we look at that 2 minute time frame, as long as it's making it, so I'm in it for a short-term downtrend. As long as that pattern is lower highs and lower lows, if it then makes that higher high right here on that very short-term time frame, I'm no longer a trend trader if I'm still holding right here. The definition of trend, lower highs and lower lows, has been broken because we made that higher high.
Right.
So that's my cue to exit.
Man, I mean, I feel like the information that we're dishing out is so gold, and everyone can follow you at Alpha Trends there. Your information is below. Okay, I DM'd you, and I said to my wife, you know how people say, like, oh, I'm sliding into someone's DMs? So I
Yeah.
slid into your DMs today. And again, I messaged you about this meta trade. Like, first of all,
Did you?
here's me trading meta today, and I couldn't believe it. If we go over to my screen quickly, who's over there? Fabian, Ramin. Fabian, whoever that is. Cat, yeah. 302, like this meta was falling. We got a little bit of news there, some layoffs happening in their Meta Labs area, which is fine by me. This is the year of efficiencies for Meta, so they say. It came up here. I hit it a bunch of times. It did break. I do have, there is a tick out there where it broke VWAP and I got out because that's how much I really trusted on
Right.
kind of moves like this. But like, should have I taken way more shares here? Like this wound up actually, and I know, just not advice about what I should have done, but like that to me, coming through at this 302 level, I mean, you also have some resistance a little bit lower at 301.75 right there. Then we tick up on some news. Volume not overly exciting on the downside there, or on the upside, sorry. And then we just kept on hovering around this 302. And I was like, I like it, but I'm not sure. So it broke and we got out, and then we had a banger there to close out, and we wound up taking about $2. So this is how I trade off VWAP, Brian. Like I'm short in here, 301.95. I give it about 25 cents or so on a break. It
Yeah.
breaks, I get out. When it takes VWAP again, I get right back in. And then honestly, it's a couple bangers there back
Bang,
in.
yeah.
And it was a good trade, man, and I really like that. And I just want to show everybody that I also, there it is right there, sponsored, like thank you to Trade Ideas, but you can actually pay up, grab it from Trade Ideas. I have an Anchor VWAP icon right there. So I've got your back like you've got mine, Brian, but what about that trade on Meta? How do I know I should be maybe either taking more shares, or what did you think about that one there on Meta?
I'm looking at my DMs and I somehow missed that. I see it here. I was like, he didn't check, but you did. So here's the way I look at it and fail. That
We
was
have fun
good.
here, Brian.
I look at like a 15-minute time frame of the last 2 weeks, and
Okay.
largely the stock is range bound. It hasn't been participating with this market weakness. So personally, I wouldn't have looked to get too aggressive on this trade.
Okay.
I probably would have taken it along with you since you invited me into the trade basically in the DMs and traded it on my, the way I see it. But it was a good trade, and I don't know. For me, I wouldn't have gone aggressive on it.
Okay, and that was because you looked at it from a larger time frame in the 15-minute there.
Yeah.
So not enough confirmation for you, but again, my algorithmic hands, of course, has to take everything that I see. So, and you know what, Brian? Actually, forget it. The alarm's already gone off. It's past 4:30. I'm supposed to be like, getting out of here. But the thing is that I feel like, especially in this market, with these more dramatic moves happening, I mean, some days it's kind of choppy back and forth, and that way you might want to scalp. But when you see these moves happening, you hear there's a lot of Fed speak as well. Obviously with the yield, the dollar moving around. I feel like right now it's better to be more specific with your trades and have a potential to hold a big mover. The market was actually starting to turn a little bit today before heading right back down to the downside. Is that what you're seeing right now? Maybe a little bit better to hold on. You can get more dramatic moves. Like, when's the last time we saw the NASDAQ down over 2%?
Yeah, I mean, on the short side, sure. Yesterday, it kind of looked like this market had the potential to bounce a little bit. And when it gets like that, and a lot of like minds are saying, hey, it's going to bounce here. It's been holding that anchored VWAP and the SPY from the March low. Seems like it's building some support. And we trapped a lot of people the last 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
So I think that's what exacerbated the down move today is so many people got trapped. And these bonds just continue to get obliterated, closing, pretty much right on the lows of the day there.
Crazy, crazy, crazy time. And a lot of people are also playing the seasonality, right, of trying to buy in October after the sell there in September. But we're down over 8% in both broader markets, S&P and NASDAQ, from their highs. So maybe there's a buy the dip kind of opportunity. One last question for you, then I really got to go, and I appreciate you staying extra time with us here. And I don't know if you're comfortable saying this or not, but people are asking, they really like your charting software that you use there. What platform is that, if you don't mind sharing?
Yeah, this is TC2000.
TC2000, okay, and you've been using that forever. Again, I saw some examples.
I have. And the main reason why, Sean,
Sure.
this little anchor right here, when I hover on that, what does it say? It says anchored VWAP by Alpha Trends. They were the first ones. So they actually, so the anchored VWAP as a point and click tool first became available in 2015 when TC2000 added at my request. So that's to answer the first question.
I like that, man. You got to trust who you trust. And we have that also now on Trade Ideas, and I know there's more platforms adapting to that as well. So again, congratulations, man. It's a fantastic book. Anybody that wants to pick it up, they could definitely do that. Go find Brian Shannon at Alpha Trends on X. Oh, we got to change that. We still have the little tweet there right now. So go find you online as well. Thank you so much, my friend. And check those DMs. We can share some banger trades.
You got it. Thanks, Sean.
It's Brian, and that's Trader Talk, my favorite segment. All right. We've gone a little bit over time, and you know what? Traders stay late. That's our sort of our saying around here, so I want to thank Brian for doing that. We can go quickly over to the next topic. I mean, I wanted to review Tesla a little bit today. We overtraded it for sure, and we missed some opportunities, but Tesla was a top stock for me again. We started, oh no, we have a bad wick there. It's going to look bad when I try to talk about it. But we started the day shorting 250, some nice covers in here into 246 and change, 248, nice bottoms, reshorted it again, got out there at 246. But I just wanted to say all of these purples are short ticks. Unfortunately, I mean, I can try to edit this real quick. Let me just do this. What's the high? 275. Yeah, puff pass on that one. There it is right now. We'll edit it, and it should start to look a little bit better. Yeah, there it is. So some 250 shorts. Got them all out, basically all at the same level, 247. We were a little bit nervous about those bottoms, so we missed that ultimate bottom. We reshorted at VWAP, got stopped out, reshorted again, took it back in. But again, it's about believing into your trade, and I did that with Tesla today, so it was a good one. We have lots of banger trades to go over, but not enough time. Join me tomorrow as we'll discuss that. All right, it's roll call. We love this one, so let's go roll call to everybody. Who's up in here right now? Thank you again for staying with me. Good 1,600 people still watching. Thank you so much. And I know we are over time. Best show ever, Mr. M. Kelsey. Thank you so much, man. I do appreciate that. And I appreciate Brian for staying late as well. If you really love us, you will log into chat for the afternoon show. I am in every single chat, man. This is my baby. I'm not going to miss a chat. That is for sure. Every time he comes there, I saw that, Zion. Bling, bling. I like that. This guy always has some chats for me. Thank you, Sean. You're the best. Deez is here. Mom Lab is here. Leon is here. Aspect is here. Rowboat is here. No Float. Louis Royal. Taking Care of Business is here. Yeah, you know what? Here, let's run some slots. I don't really go to the casino too much. And if I went, I don't know if I'd play slots. I'm more of a blackjack guy. Let's see if we get it right now. Doesn't seem to be in this chat. No, I'm here, right here, baby. It's because I have multiple logins, actually. I think that's why sometimes you miss me, but it should always be Sean Katina. What? There it is. What's going on? We don't win all day, and then we take it on the after show. Thank you. Hey, man, just like it takes one good trade, it takes one good pull of the slot machine. Let's do that every single day. Thank you so much. And cheers up to anybody that took that play that I had yesterday that Kenneth Walker anytime touchdown, Prince last night as well. So again, 400 likes. Thank you so much. If you're still here, make sure you hit the like and the subscribe. I got to go, man. It's Blue Jays time. They're just about to start it up right now. Let's go, Kevin Gosman. I have them money line. Hopefully the Jays do not disappoint like they've been doing. Shout out to Neil. I think he's stuck on the train right now. Hopefully, I'm serious. Hopefully, you know too. Hopefully he gets home in time. I want to give a big shout out to Brian Shannon from Alpha Trend. Thank you so much, or Alpha Trades. Thank you so much for coming through again right here, Brian Shannon. Definitely check him out. Love that guy. Great, great guest. We'll keep him coming. I'm Sean Katina. Thank you so much for watching. Follow me at TraderTV Sean on Twitter and on Instagram. I'm coming home, Marissa. See you soon. Ciao.